We're gonna do a group check. This is an athletics body check.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Basically, how you do this is just gonna dictate how long it takes you to get.
I would like to imagine that, like, I'm way too small for this ore. I'm like,
So am I. I'm 5 foot.
yeah. Like,
10 hours later.
Everything over 4 counts as a success, and just let me know how many successes you get total.
So is it body and athletics then?
Athletics body.
okay.
And anything over a 4. Okay. 2 successes.
Ooh. Nice.
2 successes.
1.
I got a 4, 5, and 6, baby.
Nice. Oh.
Wow.
The dice are hot tonight.
We're highly efficient.
You all crush it. You guys make it over. As you get closer, go ahead and make awareness 4-1. The sea is actually, pretty calm overall. Fortunately,
It's just straight awareness?
awareness. Oh, sorry, awareness mind 4-1.
2 successes.
3 successes.
Great. So as you get close, you actually spot it's worn out. Like it's printed on the side of the hull. This is actually a wood ship. As a Caradron or as a Stormcast, this is pretty low tech for what you're familiar with. You're familiar with more like masterfully crafted.
It's a peasant ship.
Yeah, pretty much. You're familiar with like steampunky airships or anything. This is literally like a wood boat on the ocean. This ship is called the Bosom of Mercy. You managed to get pretty close up on it, and with that awareness check, you don't hear any activity coming from the ship. And I guess, Merris, you don't smell any weird shit either.
Okay. Good to know.
The waves kind of come over just a little bit next to Bort, but you keep it together and you come up alongside this ship. What do you do?
In my town, we like to sit around a fire and tell each other stories of horror. There's a common tale.
Is there like a rope ladder we can...
Just interrupt Cassandra. Fuck Cassandra.
Oh my god.
I'll be over here just minding my own business then.
Sympathetic pat on the shoulder.
I mean, I would assume Bort's terrified because if he falls out, he's just gonna sink.
That's true. This is probably the most dangerous sort of situation for him.
I was just setting the stage for something, but never mind me.
You see a fishing net cast over the side of one of the ship. It's just been dragging alongside, but it's securely fastened above deck.
So who's the best at climbing? Probably not Bort.
It's not me.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take the lead.
Yeah, so athletics body 4-1.
All right. Ooh, all fails.
All fails.
Oh no.
Crap.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Into the drink with you.
How many dice did you roll?
I rolled 4 because I have 1 in athletics and 3 for body.
Okay, so Feryl grabs onto the fishing net, and mind you, Feryl is probably like close to 8 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this big, heavy.
After she already forged. Yeah. Damn
I
it.
didn't realize.
And I think she stands up in your raft and grabs onto the net, and she hoists herself up onto the side fully, and then hoists herself up one more time, and on the third rung you hear a rip. What do you do? The other 3 of you. Feryl, you can't do anything right now.
Oh crap. Good luck, you guys.
Merris is like, do I try to catch her? Probably not.
Well, paint me green and call me a cucumber. Feels like we have a problem here.
Where is she? Is she gonna if she fell, would she fall into the into the boat?
She would fall kind of between the boat and the netting.
So, like, into the ocean.
Yes, exactly.
I watch her fall.
I'm gonna try and use one of my tool pincer arms to, I guess, catch part of the net.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll be a might body. That's gonna be a.
Oh
no!
Don't worry.
Oh man.
Bort's trying to help.
Jeez, it's gonna be a. This is gonna be tough because you have probably a 400-pound Stormcast on this net, and you're standing in a dinghy.
Oh no! We're all gonna die before we even begin to have an adventure, except the Stormcast, because she'll be reforged.
The last thing's gonna be, Cassandra was right.
I think it's a 5-2. Does anyone you can help? By the way,
I'll try to help. I will try. Merris will try to help.
Please help. Please help. I'm rolling 3 die.
Okay. So to help, an ally adds 1d6 to the dice pool for the next test they make, plus an additional 1d6 per level of training you have in the skill used for the test. Both of you can give Bort an extra d6 for this might check. You can give 1 extra for each level of training.
Ha! You get 1d.
No.
And I would like to steady the boat if I can to prevent it.
Both oars?
That still helps. If you want, you can add another dice.
Sure, okay.
So you're going to get 2 extra d6 on top of your might body check. This is going to be 5-2.
So I rolled for might. Sorry.
I'm getting more nervous.
I want to make sure that I rolled the correct amount of dice.
Okay. So you need at least 2 5s.
Yes, I got a 5 and a 6, and then 3 fails.
Thank God.
We live! Woo!
But I think, Feryl, you see your life flash before your eyes as you fall into the water, just kind of up to your to your shins. But these mechanical grabbing arms are holding onto the fishing net, and you're able to steady yourself and get back into the dinghy.
Not scary at all.
Merris looks at Cassandra and just kind of giving her a look like it's you or me next.
Cassandra just points back at her.
And then Merris puts out her hand and her fist, and then she starts she's going to do rock, paper, scissors.
I will not partake in your childish games. I will climb this rope and I will secure us to the side of the ship.
Okay, because the fishing net ripped, it's going to be in tatters, so it's going to get more difficult. What did I say the roll was to climb originally? I think it was maybe 5-1 for Feryl because she's big. She's a big girl. But I think, in the interest of expediency, let's just do another group check. And you guys are going to take some time. You're going to help each other, and we'll see if you guys can make it up the side of the ship. Now that you're aware of the netting situation and the Feryl problem.
The Feryl problem.
Actually, would I be able to do something a bit different? Can I look around in the?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, please.
No, that's fine.
Sorry, it's a might.
Might body. Yeah. What are we going to do, Cassandra?
1 success for me.
1 success for me, too.
1 as well for me.
Cassandra, what were you going to do?
I would just want to look around in the boat to see if there's a grappling hook or some sort of anchor.
In your lifeboat?
Yeah.
There is an anchor.
Assumedly it has some sort of rope attached to it, and I'll just throw it over the side of the ship.
Of your ship?
No, of the ship that we're approaching.
Use it like a grappling hook and to
Yeah, I just want to attach our dinghy to that ship.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. Do a ballistic skill body check.
Ballistics body.
Just throwing an anchor over the side. That'll be let's do a 5-1.
All right. 4 die. Let's go. I got a 3. I got a couple of 2s and a 1, and I could upgrade 1, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh.
Well.
Them's the breaks.
Oh.
So I think what happens is as you're all I really like the initiative on this, honestly, so I kind of feel bad, but Cassandra, as you're all climbing, just whips this anchor at the side of the hull, and it just embeds itself in the side of the planks and kind of bounces off. And plunks into the water. But it's still attached to your dinghy.
Oh, so now our dinghy's anchored.
Well, it doesn't happen immediately, but yeah, the anchor's down. I do suppose I was a bit off on that shot there. Allow me to try again, and I'll just pull it back up.
Sure.
Do over.
Do I just roll again?
I mean, you can. I mean, everyone else is at this point already on the deck of
we're
the ship.
already up.
We're looking down at you.
We're all watching him.
I do feel it's important to anchor our ship to this ship in case that our one escape route floats away.
And then Merris calls down, you got this!
I'm gonna try and help. I'll try to like I'll use my tool arms to try and like I'll extend them and try to catch the hook.
I need you to understand that I'm about to throw a large heavy metal object at you.
Fine, I won't help then. I stand back.
Cassandra, you would know just to kind of paint a clear picture, and it might be a little more obvious, is you could probably actually hang the anchor onto the fishing nets that are next to you.
I've chosen to do something a bit more intelligent with my time.
She speaks at the sky.
And I fasten the anchor to the fishing net. I do hope that these rotten fishing nets don't rip apart like they did when Feryl tried to climb them, she says, foreshadowing.
They did. Yeah, continue.
And then I proceed up.
Okay, as you all finally make it up onto the deck of the ship, everybody, awareness, mind, 4-1. The amount of successes is the amount of information I can give you.
Two successes.
I have 3 successes.
I also have 3.
Okay.
And I have 1 success.
Okay, so 3 was the highest?
Yes.
Cool. I think that was Merris and Bort.
Mm-hmm.
Cassandra and Mort. I had 2.
I apologize. I forgot my name for a second there. This has all been very vexing.
My character is also named Bort. Yeah, so you're up on the deck of the ship, and you can spot several blood splashes against the deck, against the rails. You notice absolutely no dead bodies, injured bodies, anything like that. As you're looking over the deck of the ship, you notice the cargo containers have been overturned, their contents spilled out, but you get the impression that nothing has been stolen.
It feels as if this was ransacked, or more specifically, made to look as if it was ransacked.
Can I kneel down and touch the bloodstains? And can you tell me if they're fresh or if they're...
Yeah, great question. So you can do either a survival mind or a medicine mind to... I guess that would really be a survival mind. You're not going to medicine this blood. Survival mind check 4-2.
Let's see. Only 1 success.
Okay. All you know is that it's dry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the cargo and take a look. Like, what is the cargo like all spilled over?
Yeah, so it's a lot of different kind of trade goods. You would recognize, from your experience that actually do a lore. Do a lore 4-1, unless there's anything that you feel is more applicable to your trader background.
No, and lore is mind. Yeah. Can I get my dice roll, please?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
Just gonna
2 successes.
drop a vacuum down the stairs. Yeah, sure. So you can actually tell that this is looks like what would be like a commissioned ship to take various types of delivery supplies from one location to another. You see specific like postage on some of the boxes. So you have a lot of different kinds of things in here. You have like personal packages. There's some like, business wares of like, jars and vases and stuff like that, glassworks. Yeah, nothing particularly like high value. That's kind of the thing. Like you notice that these seem to be like pretty low stakes containers.
And from like the postage, does it indicate like where it was from?
Yeah, you actually recognize the location as Gromerstown.
Gromerstown. I turn to my companions and I explain this. Hey everyone, this seems to be from Gromerstown. I don't know, it seems like there are a lot of junk in here, but it looks like it's a trade vessel.
Cassandra is at the helm trying to turn the ship towards the turtle. Well, just how do you tame this kind of beast?
I don't know what the best sort of skill would be to pilot.
There's no like driving skill.
There's no driving anymore.
Like maybe dexterity. I'm looking at dexterity and maybe might, because it might be hard to turn, or like athletics.
I'm gonna say like
that. Actually, as you get up to the ship's wheel, you actually hit your foot against a bulkhead on the deck, and you actually realize that there's a hatch leading down.
Ooh.
Well, cover me with bread and call me a sandwich. There's a hatch right here. I'll open the hatch. Like I know what you
like a sandwich?
Did you tell all of us about the hatch?
I literally said it out loud to you. I even had a nice little thing to say about it, about a sandwich.
I'm not sure if you're just like talking to yourself.
Which is your table voice, Franco?
Yeah.
It's very difficult to tell the two apart.
You throw the hatch open, and a waft of kind of like salty brine smell comes and kind of like hits you in the face. And you look down, and it's pretty dark in here, but you kind of actually can see there's like a few cracks in the hull of the ship that let in just a little bit of light. You see, and at the bottom level, like an inch or two of water kind of splashing back and forth. You see some trinkets kind of floating in the water as it kind of the ship bows from one side to another. You hear the trademark, creaking sounds as the ship kind of like buckles and bends a little bit. From your side, you see stairs leading down, like just like a vertical staircase, also known as a ladder. And that's all you can really make out from this angle, but you could certainly head down if you'd like.
I'd like to call down first.
Sure.
My name is Cassandra Turner, and I am about 60% sure that this is a ship filled with skeletons. If that is true, would you please call back and confirm my suspicions?
Or rattle your bones.
A bone rattle will do as well. Thank you kindly.
You do not hear anything in reply.
Well, must not be skeletons then. And I'll go ahead and, I guess, search around for a lantern?
Or a torch?
Or something to light my way. I assume like a lantern might be common on a ship, but I'll try to find one.
Yeah, as you turn around to grab a torch, you are immediately beset by 7 skeletons.
I knew it! And you did not answer my call. This is not okay.
Impolite.
Very specifically, there were skeletons.
This is very unsportsmanlike of you.
No, you're able to grab a torch from on deck. And you can give it a little light, and you like have a little whoomph as it goes.
Are they? Sorry, they're on the main deck with us, or
there's no skeletons.
Oh, geez. I thought there was actually skeletons.
No.
It's like, oh my god!
I was just being a bad DM. Yeah.
Damn, I fell for it.
Shall we all go down? Merris throws up her hand and runs up right next to Cassandra with her arm up in the air.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and go toward the hatch.
I'll follow, but I'll put myself like at the end.
Makes sense. Marching order. Cassandra, you're heading down the ladder.
Oh yeah.
First, yeah, okay.
Well, I've got the light.
And then followed by.
I don't like when Dave decides that we need to go in marching order.
Go ahead and put your minis on the battle map. Just whatever order you feel is relevant. No. You hear the creaking and swaying of these bunks, like your classic Gilligan's Island style hammocks that are swinging back and forth. Some of them are a little bit bloodstained, but overall, there's a couple foot lockers down here. At the far end of this room, you see a large iron wrought door in the wall opposed to you.
This is all making me a bit uncomfortable. I'm unlocking the door.
Is the door locked, or is it just iron? Or is it iron locked? I missed that.
Iron wrought door. So it's just big, heavy iron door. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'll knock because that's polite.
Clong, clong, clong. Yeah, do an awareness check for 2.
And what am I pairing awareness with?
Awareness mind.
Okay. For 2. Yeah, I got it with a 5, a 6, and a couple of fails.
Awesome. Okay, so as you clang up against this door, you actually hear a couple things. You hear kind of the sound of like sloshing water, and you hear something splash behind the door.
Merris is going to take out her hand hammer.
I feel it's important to ask if you bear us any ill will behind this door.
You're attacked by 7 skeletons.
I knew it!
Damn it!
It's always skeletons!
Hi, don't mind me. I'm just here to freshen your drinks in the middle of this episode. Actually, it's me. It's Dave, your DM. We have Unagi on special today. Just wanted to step in and thank those fine folks who've been starting to share Questward out there in the internet wilds. We really appreciate people coming to listen to us roll dice and make horrible decisions. If you're able, please consider sharing us with your gaming groups. It really helps us to know that there are people out there enjoying what we're taking time to create. Another fun note, we've started up a Discord. You can find the link for that in the show notes. If you're interested in knowing more about what we're doing, you can check out Age of Sigmar Soulbound for more information on the rules that you will hear us talking about. But that's everything for today. Back to the episode.
Well, it is my opinion that we should leave. Because if there was a person behind this door that wanted to be saved, they would have asked for it by this time.
Oh, makes sense.
Merris is going to lean forward and take a deep sniff towards the door.
I beg your pardon, madame?
The way I imagined that before you clarified was you were just sniffing Cassandra.
It actually probably looks like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, actually, roll a awareness mind for 1.
2 successes.
You get the faint sense of magic kind of leaking through the corners of the door. I don't know. It smells like elderberries or something. I don't know how to describe that. Kind of smells like fish.
So I look at my companions and I go, I think there's something magical behind there. Maybe we should open the door?
There are 7 magical skeletons behind that door. That is what my gut is telling me.
7 of them.
Well,
Smells
And
like
I will
7.
have no part in 7 magical skeletons. I am telling you right here and now.
well, I got my. Oh, I almost went Southern drawl too. Well, I got my hammer, and I'm prepared, and that's really good for really good for crushing skeletons.
I feel it is imperative that I tell you right now, I'm a mite bit afraid of skeletons.
Merris looks at Bort and Feryl for backup.
No.
Oh, shit.
No skeletons.
I feel like we are united in this cause. There should be no skeletons today on this ship.
No skeletons.
At this point, I believe that we should burn the entire thing down to the ground and leave without exploring any further. If not to save our own souls, but despite the DM.
Merris stares directly at Feryl with big pleading eyes.
So it's up to me, is it?
She nods excitedly.
I frown. It's a huge frown. In fact, this is probably the most emotion you guys have ever seen on my face, ever.
Cassandra takes note of the frown.
Merris, assuming that's her agreeing, is very excited, steps away so Feryl can, if she wants to, open the door.
If I open this door, if I crack it open, and we all die, can you live with that on your conscience?
Yes!
That throws me for a loop a bit, honestly.
I don't know what to do with this.
What is this?
Overeager intern right here.
I'm edging towards the ladder.
Yeah, I'm right up against the ladder too. Got my gun drawn.
I'm going up to that damn door. Does it have a knob? Does it have any sort of handle?
Yeah, it's got a loop handle.
Put my left hand on it and give it a very light tug.
Okay, it does not budge.
Well, let's go.
I believe we've done all we can.
I pull a bit harder.
Okay, it's going to require a might body check for 2 to open.
Dave didn't think that he would have so much trouble at this point. He was like, okay, I'm going to make a ship. I'm going to put a door there. Okay, good.
Yeah, they're going to go through the door.
There's going to be 10 minutes of deliberation about opening or not opening the fucking door.
I got 2 5s and a 3.
Awesome. Okay, Feryl grabs the door, tugs it once, it doesn't shift. Tugs it again, doesn't shift. The third time, really kind of like gets like a foot up on the door and just pulls. And for a split second, you see as the door opens, just a wall of water on the other side of this door. As I mentioned, it was stuck, and as the water begins to rush out at you and blast you, you notice that you notice a few things. Actually, let's do an awareness.
1 success for me.
1 success for me.
2 successes.
Those of you who rolled over 1 success will notice there are a few other friendly things in this room. Chiefly among them, a rather large-looking Fangmora eel.
Like that's coming out of the water, sorry?
It was in the water, stuck in this room.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to send you a picture of it, but it is basically an eel that is about 8 feet long, with a large snapping jaw. It's colored a bright pink with blue fins. It has a helmet and some barding on the back of it. It has a metal fin running up the front of its head, and it begins to thrash, and the water is now rushing out of the room at you, and I need everyone to, first of all, give me their initiative, and second of all, make a reflex body save at a 5-1. And this is going to be your first combat.
My initiative is 6 and body 5-1.
My initiative is also 6, and I got 2 successes.
Mine is 4 for initiative. And it was reflex?
Reflex body, yeah.
Did you pass? Did you fail?
1 success.
Did anyone fail?
Nope.
I did.
You are knocked prone as this wave of water rushes out of the room. So prone means that standing up from prone requires a move, and your speed is going to be reduced.
My speed? Is my speed just how far I can move?
So basically, yeah, your speed is how far I move. So I'm going to very quickly sketch out this environment for you all. It'll be in the bottom of our Roll20 here. So we have boop, boop, boop. This fancy little rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all standing in the bunk area of this ship. You've opened the door to what you now realize is the captain's quarters. Inside, you see a large desk that has been securely fastened to the floor. Now, as you open the heavy iron bulkhead, and all this water rushes out, it unleashes this giant eel that has rushed out and is beginning to come towards you. It also has revealed, I don't have a picture of these, unfortunately, but dappled Efreets, which are basically described as colorful fish with legs and snapping sharp jaws. You can basically imagine, I'm going to describe these as koi fish with legs, gangly legs, and snapping razor sharp teeth. And you see 6 of them.
What? Okay.
All right, nobody move. Everyone knows that a fish cannot see you if you do not move.
We are lying prone. How would you say that?
Yeah. How close did I get to the ladder?
I'm sorry, hold on. Time out. Did Dylan just say you're lying prone? How did you say that?
I don't know. But there's water flowing over you. How are you?
Yeah. It just sound like.
I made the assumption that the water came through the door, hit me, knocked me prone, and now we are in the aftermath of that.
But where else is the water going to go? Maybe you're lying and drowning in it.
Yeah, so as the water evens out, you'll be fighting in about 2 feet deep of water in here. Another thing you notice as this water rushes out, you see pinned to the back wall with a harpoon through its chest, a humanoid. It looks like its skin is deathly white. It has 2 very long pointed ears. And you notice as you look at it, even in this low light condition, you realize it doesn't have any eyes. It just has sockets that are kind of covered over. And it's got this mouth that has fallen open and slumped over this harpoon in its chest.
I'm of the mind that this is worse than 7 skeletons.
Should we just try to get out, climb up the ladder, and shut the door back on?
Also, on the captain's desk, you see a jewel-encrusted treasure chest.
Oh, shit. Well, I gotta get it.
Here's the rub.
The Warden's in.
Right there.
Okay, I guess, are we in...
So we're in combat right now. So I need everyone's initiatives. I got them a little bit before, but it was kind of difficult to track. So Cassandra is 6, Bort is 6. Feryl, what's yours?
5.
5. And Merris?
4.
Awesome. Okay. Now these things are initiative 2 for the little guys, and they're both 2. Nice. They'll go at the same time. So you're attacking a bunch of fish. What do you do? So you're going to be able to do a few actions. You can see there's a table there in the where is it? I'm going to try and point it out to you. Actions in combat in the very top right in Roll20. You can see all of the different actions you can do in combat. I'll also mention there is a mechanic in Soulbound where if you retreat, you actually gain a doom. Which basically means that doom is a mechanic that is very actually significant because it basically reflects the morale and the overall condition of the game. So if a character dies, you get a doom. If like a villain or some kind of antagonist succeeds in a plot, a doom goes up. If you run, it's kind of building in the mechanic of this is a heroic environment. You're trying to accomplish great feats. Running away, you can kind of lose confidence. Like your organization can lose confidence in you, which is a little bit severe when you're fighting a bunch of fish. But I don't make the rules. I just run them.
Gotcha.
What do you do?
Oh, I'm going to try to de-escalate the situation. I assume that I can go first since I've got a 6, and I want to try something non-combative, if that's all right with the dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it goes poorly, you could just swing the hammer afterwards.
Yeah, I was getting the laser ready.
Laser eye.
I'd like to parlay with the eel.
With the eel, eh?
Yeah. It looks like it's supposed to be ridden. It looks like it could just be like hurt or scared. That's the inclination that Cassandra's under. So she's going to try to parlay with the eel.
Okay. So you're going to kind of do your like Chris Pratt Jurassic Park thing where you're kind of like getting down and like kind of like doing that. Okay, hang on. It's going to be a beast handling check for sure. Mm-hmm. Beast handling soul. Let's figure out what difficulty this would be. So it is a creature that would not be necessarily comfortable or familiar with humans. It's been trapped in here. You are all having weapons. It's cornered. I think it's going to be pretty tough, but definitely doable. I think for a check like this, I think 4-3 makes sense.
Oh, shit. So close.
Oh, jeez.
So I rolled 3 and I got a 5, a 4, and a 2. So
close.
Pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close.
So I try to de-escalate. I kind of like calm everyone down. All right, I know that you are lost and scared, and there are unfamiliar people here, but we need to calm ourselves down, and I'm going to try to stroke you as I would a mare.
That's a noble attempt. And are you standing up or are you still in the water?
I'm now standing.
Okay, so that'll be your whole action. Mm-hmm. So you emerge from the water and try and like some kind of like cowboy Jesus.
Cowgirl Jesus, thank you.
My own reference. That I'm gonna go over to Bort next.
So did we see that the whole thing with the eel failed?
Yeah, you'd be able to tell that. Yeah.
It like starts snapping at me. I'm like, shoot it with lasers.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to be hurt that I tried to shoot the eel.
Put it down, it's rabid.
All right, yeah, I'll just fire the laser, the God's Eye, at it.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. It has a defensive average. Yeah. What's your ranged attack profile?
Average.
So like average. So it's going to be average against average. So it's going to be 4.
And then, so do I just roll whatever my dice pool is?
Yeah. So it would be your weapons skill body, I think, right?
I think this one's a ranged weapon, so it's is that soul body?
What's the range on it? So you guys are all in this zone here, and right now they're still in this room.
It is.
So it's going to be 1 zone away.
It's medium ranged.
Medium ranged. Yeah, you're good to go.
Ranged. And how does the focus work with this again? So my pool is 3d6, and I have a focus of 1.
Yeah, so you can increase a dice after you roll.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, cool. What's your damage?
1 plus S. What's S?
1 plus S. 1 plus successes.
3.
3? Okay, nice.
I just aim for a wide, fleshy bit of the eel.
Yeah. You streak down this thing and just carve a nice big, trench through its side, and it screams in pain, saying, "Why? Why would you do this? I was trapped in this ship alone. I don't know what to do. I'm lonely. I'm lonely.
Wow.
Please end this torment. And then it's Feryl's turn.
Oh,
no.
Wow, how bad do you feel?
No, it's hissing and snapping at you. It's hissing and snapping and gurgling at you.
I was like, I'm gonna get my diplomacy out here and cry.
It's such a monotone creature. Like I'm in extreme pain right now.
Sounds like Dane.
Wow. Okay, so going back, noticing the body that is pinned to the back of the wall. You said it had pointed ears, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It also has no eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and grapple it. I'm gonna try and grapple the eel.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna grapple the dead body.
It's not like behind everybody else.
So we'll do. Yeah, you're making a body might check.
Okay, what do I need to beat?
He has.
I got a 5, 4, and 2.
Okay. So he's got body 3 and might plus 1d6. All right. So he's just going to try and beat you. What's your might?
My might is nothing.
That's deep. What's your body?
3.
3. Oh, shit. This thing fucking rocks you. It gets a 5, 6, 4, 4.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it just wriggles out of your arms. I think Feryl, you like run up and try and grapple it, and it like just kind of like, you know, does the thing where like it kind of wriggles out and it just slaps you in the face a couple times and moves away. I also noticed with the way this thing moves, it's actually not necessarily bound to the water. It actually kind of like ripples, and while it certainly prefers to stay close to it, it's able to kind of like float just a little bit above.
Whoa.
Oh.
Merris.
Drawing one of my weapons, would that be an action?
I don't see it on the actions list, so I'm going to assume you could just free draw. But we may change that later.
Okay. I'm going to use my tactician talent on Bort. The tactician talent, essentially it's me as a bard yelling at Bort and allowing them to take an action.
That's neat. I want to know in fiction what you're doing.
So Merris looks like she's about to attack the eel, but I stop because I saw that blasting eye, which dazzled me. Looked back at Bort and yelled, "Bort, you gotta do that again, man!"
All right.
So the tactician, as an action, choose an ally within medium range, which I assume Bort's in medium range. Just to confirm.
Yep.
Target can make an attack against a creature of your choice if they're able to do so and have a suitable weapon. They add a number of bonus dice to their dice pool equal to my mind. So I have 3 mind. So you get to add 3 dice to whatever your attack is for your god eye.
Awesome. I guess I'll just shoot it with my god's eye. I'll try to...
does she do that now, or does she have to wait until her turn to do it?
She does that now because it's part of an
you give her
as
the
an
action.
Choose an ally within medium range, and then I would take my second action after hers.
Oh wow, that's really good.
All right, since this is like a special attack, I'll try to like adjust the lens on my god's eye to like make its weird like laser pupil dilate so that it's a more focused attack. I don't know. I'm just trying to make this more interesting.
Yeah.
Badass.
So I appreciate that. Yeah.
3 successes.
And what's the total? That's 1 plus your 3.
Yeah, so 4.
All right, describe it. And it makes eye contact with your giant "fuck you" laser eye.
Yeah, and for a moment I felt maybe a second of guilt. Screw that! And I just like crank the dial on my laser eye and just shoot a really precise blast, targeting the same area that I've carved out before.
Okay. Oh man. So yeah, you had like this kind of like open wound on the side of it, and you just like your laser goes inside that wound and like superheats the eel from inside. Have you been to a sushi restaurant and had like unagi on like the searing plate?
Tasty.
I love that.
Does it smell like that?
It does.
It's
It does. Yeah, it's you're barbecuing it from the inside.
Yeah.
And the salt, like the briny salt, like just only helps to enhance it. Okay, that's horrifying. Merris, what else are you doing?
Is it still alive?
No, it's dead. It's very, very dead. Yeah, it crashes into the water and passes into the undying lands, the lands of its fathers.
As I make it bad. Make us guilty.
I'm just trying to think what else I could do as an action. I'm just going to walk up to the door and look in. Do the other fish look like those weird koi things look threatening?
Yes.
In a word, yes.
Okay.
They didn't get scared by seeing an eel boil from the inside out.
So these are going to trapped animals from your perspective. Actually, you are a trade pioneer. Why don't you do a very quick lore mind 4-2.
5 and a 4 and a 2.
Nice. You actually recognize these as dappled Ifrit, and you know that they can be prepared as a spicy, filling meal by a talented chef. However, if prepared poorly, it will set the person who eats it on fire.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
These are a delicacy if cooked properly.
And not murdered. How big are they?
They're going to be like the size of like a big cat.
Oh, they're tiny. Well, not tiny, but...
Okay, I'm going to charge. And I have to roll 1d for the attack?
You get an additional 1d6 for the attack.
But my defense is lowered for my next turn. Okay. I'm attacking with my hand hammer. So
these things are not hardened warriors. They have a defense of poor. But they are in what's called a swarm, which is when they're grouped together. There are 2 swarms here. And their toughness is going to be equal to the number of them in the swarm, which isn't really super amazing. But basically, like, they're all going to be attacking and dying as one group.
Oh, well, +1 plus my hand, so I get 46. Okay.
And then your attack, what's your hammer thing? Is it...
Or for the damage?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it would be your melee ladder.
Yeah, so average.
Average. Okay, cool. So you are going to be 1 step higher, so the DN is 3. So everything you roll over a 3 is a success.
Okay, so that's... Dice, please. 1 success.
1 success? Okay, and what's your hammer's damage?
It is 0 plus S. So 1 damage.
Okay, so it's just the 1 success. So you kill one of these little fish things. So you just run up and just plow through its skull.
Crush it with my hand hammer.
No, you're not crushing it. You are tenderizing it for later.
I'm going to be taking these back.
Are you going into the left group or the right-hand group? Because there's groups on either side of the door.
Right. I'll go to the left.
Okay, cool. So you're going to kill this one, and you're right there. Cool. So you're in the same zone as them. Okay, now it's their turn. This poor eel didn't do shit. It got talked to, it got zapped, it got wrestled, and then it got zapped again.
It got fried.
Yes.
Grilled, even.
The 3 swarm that has not been brutalized yet, they're going to do a charge action against... They would attack the thing with the scary eye, I think. For Bort, you got 3 coming at you.
Okay.
What's your defense?
Poor.
All right. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even sure if these things are going to be able to damage you, but let's see. So they get, they're also poor in attacking. So they're going to be, DN is on 4.
How does my armor come into, like...
Oh, yeah. So basically how this works is your armor will automatically deduct successes from their... When they get through, if they get through.
Okay.
They get melee attack for 1d6 plus S damage. Okay, so it's going to be 3 dice and 1d6 for their charge. Cool. All right, let's see. 1, 1, 2, 2. Nope. They also these legged koi rush up and start like gnawing on your knees, I think. And like they're just like, and they're just kind of like scratching at you in vain. The other group, Merris, you just ran up and bonked one of them on the head. The remaining 2 are going to attack. They are not charging; they're in combat with you, so it's just going to be 2 dice. What's your defense?
My defense is, I believe it's average. One sec. Yeah, average.
All right, so they're now on a what's up lower? 5. 5-3. 1 damage. Do you have any armor?
Light, and that's 1,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, so they don't do anything. So basically how it goes is like any successes that go through, they actually have the tag of ineffective, which is pretty fun. So they try and strike at you, but any damage that carries over is it's armor minus damage, and then that applies against your toughness. So you're fine. And then we roll back around in the order, and it's Cassandra.
Well, I enjoyed the laser eye, but I've got a little trick up my sleeve as well. I'm guessing that all of these are in a medium range from her, or are they close now?
So the ones that are all around Bort are going to be close range. Mm-hmm. The one zone over are the ones that are around Merris.
Ah, man, I wish they were both in the same zone. Well, all right. Which of the 2 of those zones has more in them?
The ones that are around Bort.
Okay.
There's 3 there.
Well, then I'll choose that pack. Oh, you know what? This may not work. Is this... They're counted as a single creature. Is that correct?
They are a swarm, yeah. They occupy the same space and attack and count as 1, yeah.
Okay, well then this won't work. I was going to use something that says each enemy in that zone must make an opposed check, but I don't believe that works in this case, I assume.
If you're doing a zone attack, yeah, it actually is good at clearing swarms.
Okay, well then we're going to do that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a Hail of Doom. You rain down a hail of projectiles on the enemies around you, choose a zone within your weapon's range, and make a DN41 body ballistics skill test. So, my body ballistics is 2 and 2 plus the focus, so I'm going to roll 4 die. I have 2 successes, and then each of the creatures in that same zone, or in the zone that I've chosen, I have to make an opposed DN41 body reflex test.
Okay.
And so the damage that they'll suffer is the difference between those 2 numbers. So maximum damage 2 here.
So they get 1 success.
Okay, well then all of them will take... They get 1 success?
Do I roll for each of them? It's a swarm, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so if as a group they get 1 success, that means that the damage the group takes is 1.
But it's double damage into swarms. So you're going to kill 2.
All right.
Yes, you blast them.
All right. I feel like that was just an attack. Yeah, there's some clarification needed around that. That's
Isaac,
fine.
Frostblade's Isaac has this one too, and we were confused by it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to make something confusing off the bat here. But that's all right.
That's good. That's exactly what that attack is used for, is to clear out weak swarms of walking fish.
In my mind, I thought that every single one of those fish had to make a body reflex roll.
You have 1 more action.
Oh, I shoot again. but regular this time, because the other one's not so great.
And the other one's technically not an attack, right? It's just a ability.
It is a talent.
It's like a talent, yeah. So yeah, you would still have an attack.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, it is just an ability. All right, an attack. I'm gonna attack these guys. I've got good ranged attack. Oh, and also if they're in the close zone, I've got point blank range, which means that I don't take deficit too.
Okay, yeah. They are in close range to you. Your average?
I'm good.
2 above. So your DN's 2.
Okay, so I have 5 successes then.
Okay. Yeah, you blast these things out off of Bort's knees.
Pew, 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 pew. And then I take my gun and I blow the smoke out of the barrel.
Yeah, so that only leaves 2 more of these walking fish next to Merris, and it's Feryl's turn now.
Man, I feel really bad for these things.
Never met a fish I couldn't kill.
Sorry, it's Bort's turn.
Is it my turn? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, you're over 6, yeah.
Am I close range to the other fish?
Close range is anything within arm's reach. Short range is anything in your zone, and medium is in yours or adjacent. Of the others, you would be at technically medium range.
Looks like I'm using the laser eye again.
Oh, trusty laser eye.
I guess we're having lunch.
I'm gonna try and activate the God's Eye and just like do a sweeping motion in the general area.
I'm not, but I'm also in that general area. I just need to say.
It's very precise. Don't worry. It doesn't look like it, but I do have some control.
And Merris tries not to piss herself.
The more you use this God's Eye in the broken hull of the ship, the more concerned I become.
Oh.
It just like cuts half of the ship off. No. Okay. Go. And
Please don't fail and don't drown us.
go. 2 successes, +1, so 3 damage.
Okay, yeah, and sure enough, with like horrifying precision, Merris, you see this dwarf just like drift around the corner.
Just like
Tokyo dwarf drift.
The eye like alights with horrifying godlike power and just eviscerates the 2 fish that were gnawing at you. And combat is over. And you guys, as we drop out of combat here, as you're surrounded by dead, fried up fish, several fillet of fish lying on the ground of this hull, you hear the bulkhead that had been, the door had been removed from that bulkhead. You hear it shift slightly, and the ship begins to creak. More water begins to fill the lower level, and it is now up to your waists, or I guess technically Bort's throat.
yeah, Merris is also the same height.
No problem for me.
What do you do? To reset the scene, there is a treasure chest standing on top of the captain's desk, and there is a creature pinned to the wall with a harpoon, and there would be some footlockers in here as well.
I'm gonna go to the creature pinned to the wall.
Okay.
And I'd like to start climbing the ladder to ensure that nothing crazy is happening up on deck.
And I'd like to collect the fish.
You know what that means?
So yeah, Merris, you gather up a lot of nice crisp fish. A couple that have been maybe got some buckshot in them, but otherwise, yeah, these could cook up nice. Feryl, what are you going to do with this dead corpse? Are you going to grapple it?
What's the worst that could happen?
Just gotta go in for a cuddle.
Just jumps onto it and hugs it. Is it wearing any kind of discerning clothing at all? Armor?
But it is unarmored from its torso up, from basically the waist up. And on its waist, you actually see this, best way to describe it would be like dark metallic armor with like flowing blue robes, and these kind of like bright orange tassels hanging from its hips.
Does it have a breastplate or a helmet or anything?
No, completely unarmored from the waist up.
Can I look for any kind of items on this body?
Sure. Yeah, do a survival as you're just looting this. It'll just be a 4-1, and I'm just going to base the answer off of how you do. While Feryl is doing that, what was Bort doing?
Bort's going to try and use one of his like tool rig arms to reach for the treasure chest.
Okay. Is the intention to open the chest or take it with you?
Take it.
Okay, cool. So in that case, you're going to need to do a might body. It is pretty big, although you are probably quite strong. So it'll be let's do a 5-1 to be able to hoist this thing. And then Feryl, what did you get?
So I just need to roll for mind then, if it was survival?
Survival mind, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I got a 5, 6, and a 4.
Nice. Okay, so you actually recognize this creature as one of the Deepkin. They are this very enigmatic relative of the elves. They live in the deeps under the sea, and you are aware that they will, on occasion, attack seafaring vessels, but you're not sure exactly why.
So they're basically sea falmer. Okay.
Yeah. Bort, what did you get?
I rolled a 1, 5, and a 6.
You can just hoist this thing and take it up with you. You're getting fish. You're checking over the body. Feryl, is there anything else you're doing?
Was it a trident that was stuck into the body?
It was a harpoon.
Harpoon? Can I rip out the harpoon?
You certainly can. Yeah, so the harpoon was basically fired into this thing's chest. Curiously, you do not see any trace of the thing that fired this harpoon.
Can I take the harpoon with me?
You certainly can.
Nice.
Above deck, Cassandra, you hoist yourself back up, and you get shanked immediately by 7 skeletons. No,
Damn it.
This is precisely how I knew I would go.
She died as she lived.
In fear of
as you get up
skeletons.
to the deck of the ship, you notice that you're a lot lower to the waterline than you were when you first got aboard this ship.
You might want to hurry up because we are traveling southward, if you catch my drift. Also, if you could grab the body on the wall, it don't seem right to leave him just hanging there.
I'll grab that body and throw it over my shoulder.
Awesome. So you all make it back up onto deck, no problems, with a bounty of bodies, fish, and potential loot. Let's, because we're kind of getting a little late on time, you hop back in your dinghy.
It sinks. There's too much weight. There's far too much weight.
Feryl, you unfortunately fall to your death.
Did not plan well for this.
And all of you sail away with loot and corpses in hand, while the bosom of, what was it called? The bosom of mercy?
And fish.
Yeah. The bosom of mercy sinks below the waves, never to be seen.
I
again.
wave goodbye.
It waves back.
Whoa. Just the corpse of the eel waving out of the water.
You get back to Torlann and hoist yourselves up, and I think Biggs holds out his hand to help you back onto the shell.
And I hand him the body.
You hand him the dead. Well, looks like somebody had fun, and he grabs the cold dead hand and pulls it up off the ship, and then helps the rest of you on. What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do with this body? What are you guys gonna do with your treasure chest?
Stuff the body, obviously.
What? After finding whoever will listen, I'm going to excitedly explain how fucking awesome that was, before turning to help search the body if Feryl's not already doing that.
Actually, you just do an awareness mind if you're just searching.
Yeah.
Are you guys rifling through its clothes and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, Cass is gonna step and be like, "It ain't right to search the dead like that."
Hoo-hoo. 5563.
242.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's great. So I think as you are, picking through different kinds of trinkets and vials, you notice belt armor with like a gem in the center, and you notice that piece actually comes off, and it's shaped like a 7-pointed star that has this like strange aquamarine gem in the center, and it kind of like shifts as you look at it. It's almost as if like it has like a constellation inside. You're not really exactly sure what that would mean, but you can certainly take that.
Yep, I look at it.
Yep.
I give it a cursory glance, and then I hand it to Merris. What do you make of this?
I'm not sure, but maybe Pickles knows. And Pickles, my little mink, pops out, and I was going to compare to see if any of the like you said, like a constellation or something like that, to see if any of it matches what is on Pickles, because Pickles has the constellation of the sky in the realm we're in.
That's super cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think we're going to need to do an investigation. I think intuition mind makes the most sense here. This is a very strange arcane thing. Actually, you could use Arcana or intuition, your choice.
I think they're both the... Ooh, no, I'm going to use Arcana because that's higher. I got a 1, 6, 4, and a 3, but I got a 1 in focus.
Yeah, you can get a 5-2 off of that. So you're looking at it, and you actually do kind of get a lock on a starry constellation, and you're kind of like looking up at the sky. And as you do that, you actually hear the heavy footsteps of armor, and you look up to see Arenia Spitesworn in her bone white armor, just like watching you with this body. And she actually grabs you, Merris, by the wrist, and grabs the body and hoists it over her shoulder, and heads back into the castle. Doesn't say much, but all she says is, "Don't look at those bodies outside." You get the sense that this isn't the first time she's seen one of these. We'll leave that there. And then the treasure chest. Does someone want to open it?
I'm not going to open it in front of everybody else. I'm going to try. Look, that's not me. I just think that's what Bort would do.
It's fair. I mean, it's not going to be subtle. So I mean, like that's up to.
No, it's not. I'm going to be like dragging it across the deck, like.
Yeah. It has a big kind of key, a 2-stage key lock on the front of it. If you wanted to try and pick it, you could do that.
Sure, I could try to pick it, or I was just gonna laser eye it off.
I think in this case, I think in this case you'd want to do a crafting mind on it, just to be able to slice it, basically.
Right.
With your laser eye, that makes sense. 5-1.
This is why I had Merris buy a crowbar.
I got 4 successes.
Damn. Okay. You slice this thing open, and inside you find a heavy leather-bound book. It has kind of the metal kind of corners on it, and it's got this big hinge on the side. And on the front of it, it says by Galileo Marco, and then the title is "Where the Wild Things Be." And you paw through it a little bit, and you actually see that this is a monster hunter's guide for strange and unique creatures from across Sigmar Islands.
I found the monster manual.
The monster manual,
sounds useful to me.
And you see advanced player's guide. You find a folding screen of rules. You find a big book of where this Galileo Marco. You can kind of tell from reading through it is kind of like a merchant biologist who's been on the hunt of strange and potentially mysterious legendary creatures. Okay.
So when I opened the chest, I guess my is that the only thing in the chest?
No. You also find just wait. You find where is the breakdown of money?
Yes.
100 drops is a 10 files, and then 10 files is 1 sphere.
Yeah, so you find 2 files of Aqua Garanis, hereby referred to in this campaign as water bucks.
Okay. 2 files?
2 files.
Nice. I stashed that immediately. At first, I seemed kind of unimpressed by the book. I do like the metal bindings on it, but I'll show the book to the rest of the group. Not the files.
Okay, so with all that, we'll call the session. You have multiple new rumors that you've uncovered. So there's basically rumors, threats, and another one that I don't remember. But basically, rumors can escalate to threats depending on kind of what happens in the metagame and stuff like that. But you have a few rumors. You have the rumor of this ship that had gone missing from a place called Gromerstown. I'm going to actually, this is something that you all should be doing in terms of the West Marches format. You should be posting these in the group chat as rumors, because what you find might be relevant to other people and vice versa. So rumor 1, Gromerstown had a ship go missing. You can tell it's somewhere out in Sigmar Isles. You don't know where. 2, you have a Galileo Marco's book of Where the Wild Things Be. 3, you realize that these sailors have been abducted, and you have this deepkin body they can investigate. I think. Was there anything else? Trying to think if there's anything else you folks have uncovered.
We've uncovered walking fish.
Delicious walking fish that's going to be for supper tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
The eel kind of seemed like he had something else going on,
some personal stuff.
Those fish are
some
death,
personal issues.
If those fish are a delicacy, I mean that's a rumor. We can go hunting for some more fish, and we can just really set up a pie shop. For what it's worth, I'd like to go with and I've forgotten her name, but it sounds very aggressive. And I want to go with the body to wherever she dragged it off to.
So she takes Merris and this corpse to a side chamber. She kind of stares at the body for a few moments, checking it over. She kind of waits in silence, and I think, Cassandra, you come through the door, and she looks at the both of you and says, these are the thralls of the Ideneth Deepkin, and I fear that they're coming for Torlann.
Well, I don't know much about no Deepkin, but I do know that this poor fellow found himself in a bad way, and I believe we should bury him or inter him in the style of his people, which I am not familiar with.
Merris is just staring at the Stormcast woman, right?
Mhm.
Wide-eyed and like says nothing while Cassandra's talking and just tucks I think it was a ring, just kind of like palms the ring into a pocket.
Right. Yeah. These are the thralls. They're the lowest caste, and she kind of grabs it by the neck. And she, you notice that she is not gentle with this creature. She tilts the face to look at you both. They take anyone they can under the deeps and rip their souls away and infuse them with their own. The thralls die because they don't have a soul of their own. So they run raids on the living to take them away to the deep. These creatures don't deserve any form of pity from you.
Well, I'll be damned.
Merris is shook.
It seems I have misjudged these people.
Did you find any survivors on the ship?
Nope.
Then they've probably been taken under.
Well, it is a shame that we did not act sooner, because I feel as if we may have wasted a little bit of time discussing our trip over to the ship, and perhaps utilizing that time better, we may have saved a soul. That is a lesson learned today.
Well, it's good to know where you're at in general, Cassandra. Thank you. But if these things are out here in the ocean, I'm worried about Torlann. She is the queen of the Leviathans, and they tend to rear Leviathans themselves. I'll need to do some study before I can give you a better answer.
I'm just nodding in complete agreement, and I'm just like, yes, ma'am, whatever you say, ma'am. If maybe we can go rescue them, and I'm just kind of backing away because I'm a little scared shitless now.
I cannot imagine somebody hurting a turtle of this size and caliber.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
And Merris is out.
Well, whatever
and a fine beast she is. I could go on all day about this turtle.
Please, I beg of you to not. Regardless, we'll need to keep an eye out and see if we have any more sightings of these thralls. If they're raiding ships in the area, they might be trying to triangulate where our position, and Sigmar knows we're not super fast.
I don't feel as if you needed to say it like that, as poor Turtle is carrying quite a lot on her shoulders.
All right, I'd like to be alone now. Thank you, Cassandra.
I can take a hint. I will leave as you request.
Okay.
I know where I'm not wanted. I will go right now.
We pull away from our heroes, looking first towards the fortress atop Torlann's back, before plunging deep, deep into the waves beneath the Slagmire Isles, into a dark, cavernous void. Until we finally see it in the distance, a hall, adorned with bones of ancient creatures and treasures from ages long past. A throne hewn from shell and rock, and at its base, a line of prisoners stretching far into the distance. And while we don't see who is sitting atop the throne, we can see very dimly a thin, wicked smile.